One of the greatest gifts God has given me is I no longer fear death. Now, obviously, it's sad when our loved ones die. We want them to be in this physical life with us for as long as possible. We want to be here most times for as long as possible too. But I now know that there is something after. I believed it before, but I now know it because I've witnessed it with my own eyes. I've seen my pap spirit, my grandmother's spirit. I've seen dead loved ones. I've seen God and angels themselves visiting me through different means. A lot of times they'll visit me through animals or something in nature, because that is the closest to God that we can be, is in nature. Our minds have to get past all the noise of this world and have some sort of meditation. As I said, mine is walking through the woods by the water a lot of times. Once you clear that noise out, you can sense the spirits there. Now, some of the spirits might not be familiar, but they're all familiar with you. Once you get on their wavelength and start, I guess, vibrating on the same frequency that they do, they can sense it, and you're one of them now. And they will approach you and be curious about you just as you're curious about them. Now, the fear of death doesn't end all fear, or getting rid of the fear of death, but it's pretty close, because what is bigger than that? That's literally what we're fighting against every moment of every day. We're fighting against the darkness. Your body is striving to stay alive. It's a miracle that we can stay alive. But that inner peace is something that I will cherish forever, and it is beyond profound. This is why I want so badly to bring my family and my friends and anyone that I can to this realization, to this enlightenment of knowing God's words and messages that He sends to us. Because that inner peace is something that I never even imagined could be possible. I never imagined life could be this amazing. Just to see beauty in every single thing and every single day. And yes, I understand you're still going to have bad moments. You know, nobody wants to be broken, getting your car towed off the side of the road or hurting or whatever. Nobody wants that. And it can bring you down, but not for very long. I catch myself going into one of those moods because my back is just... Sometimes my pain will be so bad I'll hear like a white noise, and as somebody's angry around me, or somebody's being bad, or my kids are being bad, it'll just get louder and louder, like a zzz, like a buzzing sound. And that noise, it blocks out the serenity that you feel. And what you have to do is just draw from the light that's in your soul. I feel like there is a positive and a negative force, the darkness and the light within our soul. It is easiest to get dragged to the darkness because that is the easy road, the easy path. But to find that light, even though it might be harder, it's absolutely a life changer. It is worth it in every way. And you can... I think of it because I'm human, and I think of it in human ways. I think of it as a divine wellspring that is flowing. Sorry, a lot of people going by today. So in your soul, you have this divine wellspring. Once you find it, then you are reborn in its waters. You are reborn in that light. You resurrect just like Christ did, and you live in that in that Christ-like way, striving to be more like a spiritual being instead of a physical being. And then you realize that I could stay here in this light, and I can have this feeling, but my purpose is to bring this light to others. So you can't bring them to your wellspring of divine light. So what you have to do is get a container, a bucket, and fill that bucket up and bring it to the people that you care about the most. And you serve them that light. I also think of it as a flame to light, an eternal flame to light my lantern. And that's why I always consider myself not some kind of great spiritual guide or leader or anything, or even spiritual mind. I consider myself just a man with a lantern who finds lost souls in the darkest depths of their caverns, their hell. And that is my purpose. And I have to bring that light to them because they are so lost in the dark that they can't see their own. But once they do see that light, and once they see it's possible for us to find that light, then they're back on their spiritual path. And I move on to the next soul. I think we should all strive for that divine wellspring. I understand it's so much easier to follow the darkness. It really is. Even if we don't think we're following the darkness, just those little dopamine hits, just those little temptations. It's like Jesus in the desert for 40 days, and the devil tempted him. And as tempting as it was, and as much as he wanted to, he was fasting for those 40 days, as much as he wanted to just gorge himself on food and just give in and be the ruler of the world and the richest, the wealthiest, as much as that human desire was in him, he had the Lord guiding him because he is part of the Lord. He is part of the Almighty. And he was able to easily pass up on that temptation. We're not Christ. We can strive to be. We are flawed people. And we're going to give in to all those temptations. Not all of them, hopefully. But we're going to give in to a lot of them. And we're going to tell ourselves lies why we're giving into those temptations. But you have to just work on doing the best you can to walk the road of the spiritual path. Walk the spiritual path instead of going down that cavern to hell. Because it looks enticing. It doesn't look like hell when you're walking into it. If the devil made it look like hell, if the darkness made your temptations look like just a hell, nobody would ever follow it. Why would you? It has to look like your greatest desire, a beautiful woman or man or a brand new car, or having stacks of gold and amazing wealth. It all looks like, well, we could do so much good with that wealth. Well, let's just do what we have to get that wealth, and then we'll help the little people. Then we'll help the little peasants. No, that's not how it works. You have to be happy with what you have, and you have to thank God for every moment of every day, for the miracle that you are living here, this nature around us. Look at this beauty around us. Bask in it. Let the dull moments seep into your bones, and let the great moments refresh you, and let the bad moments be overcome the best we can with the light from our wellspring. It's not easy. It never will be. Even after God takes away those fears, it's never easy. But you can find your way, and don't get down on yourself because you're not perfect. That's why I'm a Christian, because they understand that we are all flawed people, that we are all sinners, And redemption and salvation are the key. And that is why Christianity is so revolutionary. It really is. There's nothing like it.